Now, just a warning, I've never done a get ready with me video with no viewfinder, so I have no idea if I'm going to be in frame or not. If I happen to get out of frame, I'll just either speed through that footage or I'll try and edit it out. So I'm just going to be using the products that were in my weekly makeup basket from Monday. So starting off, I have the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. This is in copper, and I'm just going to put this one all over my lids. It's this really nice golden shade right there. They seem to hold my eyeshadow on all day long, and you don't have to be too precise with them either. And then I'm just using my finger to kind of blend along the edge and go over it a little bit. It looks a little crazy right now, I know. I'm just gonna put a little bit right at this inner corner of my eye to hold on to any highlight that I put in that area. I'm just gonna barely touch it with my finger. And then I'm just using the Lorac Pro palette, obviously, since I'm trying to pan it. I'm going to start with a little bit of gold on the lid, and I found that if I use a flat, kind of like a flat shader brush, especially a synthetic one like this, using this kind of a brush, it deposits the color onto my lid, but I have the least amount of fallout, and I feel like I can layer other shadows over the top of it, and I feel like I'm making more progress on everything if I'm using more than one lid shade, you know? And I don't have to be too precise because I'm going to go back in and kind of like blend everything out and stuff, so have you guys made your list for the Sephora VIB sale? That's coming up in about a week. I've had a list ready for about 2.5, 3 months now. And some things have been there since day one, but other ones I've definitely been going back and forth on a couple of items. I'm going to go into light bronze, which is that one right there. And I'm going to put light bronze over the top of the gold, just a smidgen, just to kind of tone that down a little bit. And then I'm just flipping it over on the other side and kind of buffing out that crease area a little. I'm going to go into a little bit of taupe. And I'm just going to put that in the crease. That is that guy right there where my finger is. That is taupe. I feel like it's a little bit warm, so I'm just going to get a really small brush like this. And then I'm going to put this into the black shade, just barely tapping it in. I like to use the black in my crease or like the outer corner, much better than like for setting eyeliner or anything. So I just put it right in that very outer area. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Like I said, I'm going to blend this all out when I'm done, but here is a small what is this one? 275 from MAC. I'm going to use this one to blend out that black a little bit. So I do have neighbors that have children, and I have a playground in our backyard, and they like to come out and play in my backyard all day long. So if you start hearing screaming, that's what it is. I'm going into Pewter right here, the shade, and I'm going to run that into the crease to see if I can kind of tone down all that warmth there. Now I have a really big fluffy Sonia Kashuk brush, looks like that. I'm just going to run this over the outside, make sure everything looks blended. Okay, now I'm going to go into Champagne, which is right here, and I'm putting that at the inner corner of my eye and maybe like a third of the way over just to brighten it up a little bit. I still feel like it's way too warm. And I usually use Champagne for this purpose anyways, but I just like it a little bit brighter at that inner corner. And then I get a little bit on my ring finger and I run it up underneath my bottom lash line, maybe about like halfway or something. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of pewter on my ring finger and going underneath that, just at the edge of my bottom lash line. That looks absolutely insane, but it'll look better in a minute, I promise. So now I'm going to take this Vasanti Extreme Rose Gold eyeliner. I got this out of Birchbox. And I'm just going to put this in my waterline. I can't find my Rimmel Scandalize nude liner. I definitely prefer that one over this one. This one works in a pinch. I'm putting a little bit at the inner corner of my eye just to intensify that champagne that I put down. I'm using the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes eyeliner. This is in 0L. It's just the black one. That's what it looks like there. And I'm using this just on the upper lash line just to give a little bit of guidance to where I'm going to put the liquid liner. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm putting a different liner over the top of it. So I'm going to tight line a little bit just at the very outer corner. So what I do is I put the liner where I need it to go, and then I just close my eyes and run it along the waterline up there. It's way less invasive than trying to, you know, stick it up underneath while your eyes are open. That just freaks me out. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. It's the 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum, and this one is in Ultra Black. So I'm just putting this on my upper lash line. I'm going to attempt to wing it out a little bit. This is going to be really weird trying to do this one-handed, but the tip on this eyeliner is awesome. It allows you to get right up at the inner corner of your eye as well as doing a perfect wing on the outside. It just makes it so easy. I feel like the hardest part is going at the inner portion of your eye and trying not to blink while you do it. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. What I like to do, I like to go at the middle of my eye, I pull it out, do a little bit of the wing, and then I go back into the inner portion of my eye. And I just feel like that gives me a better idea of where the line needs to connect everywhere. So let's see how this goes. So a slight wing kind of turned into a pretty extreme wing, but that's okay because once you put mascara on, kind of blend your mistakes of your eyeliner anyway, so whatever. So onto my eyelashes. I had lost my eyelash curler for a little bit, and I actually had a really sweet subscriber send me a package, and it had this purple eyelash curler here with it, and it's one of the Precision Beauty eyelash curlers. The box looked like this. It's a really super cute purple eyelash curler, and let's see here, Ashley I don't have Twitter, but if you let me know who you are on YouTube or with Instagram or something, I could follow you with one of those two, but I just don't have a Twitter account, so I really do appreciate it though. I tried this out last night and I really did enjoy it. So I'm going to curl my lashes, I'm going to put on some mascara really quick. I'm really digging this, and I really like a colored eyelash curler too, so this is really fun. Thank you so much, Ashley. I really did appreciate all those goodies you sent me. But this was used almost immediately because it was like a must-have. I was so excited to see that in the bag. For my bottom lashes, I'm using the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. It just has a really teeny tiny little wand, but it just allows you to get right up close to that lash line and get every little eyelash, so I'm going to put that on first. I like to put a coat of the Clinique Bottom Lash on first and then go over it with whatever mascara that I'm using. I'm actually gonna let the mascara dry while I put on my face makeup, so I'm gonna try out this Dior Nude Air Serum. This is actually in the lightest shade that's offered. It's in Ivory, and it's very liquidy. So I'm just going to dab quite a bit of this on my face and work in small patches. I've been watching a couple of reviews on this makeup, and they say that the easiest way to work with this is to use your fingers. The Beauty Blender tends to pick up too much of the product and it makes it too sheer. So I'm going to put some of this on. Maybe I'll speed this part up a little bit. So this is what it looks like applied on my face. I had a pretty big accident and applied a little bit extra because I just spilt my container in my hand. So anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit of the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. I'm in the shade number 3. I'm just gonna use my finger and put a little in a couple spots. I feel like the foundation covers really nice and it doesn't really need that extra coverage, but I like to put it in certain spots on my face that I know might have an issue out in the heat or something. Oh, I'm blending this concealer in with the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. This is a really awesome brush. It's $3 at Walmart's, Target's, wherever you can find e.l.f. products. I'm going to go ahead and use the Physicians Formula Powder Palette. This is their multicolored pressed powder in the shade Buff. This is what mine looks like. Obviously, I'm using an e.l.f. complexion brush. It's just like a big fluffy powder brush. I'm going into the NARS Laguna bronzer now, and then I have this Sonia Kashuk. I think this was a blush brush, but I use this for my bronzer and contouring. So that is it right there. I'm just going to put a little on the edges of my cheeks. I'm not being too precise. I'm just wanting, you know, a little bit of shadow back there. When I have my hair down, I don't feel like it has to be as crisp, you know, because my hair will create a natural shadow. I heard that if you put a little bit of bronzer right underneath your lip, it makes your lips look fuller, so we're gonna try that. I have kind of a weird bump in my nose, so I don't like to contour my nose very much, but you know, down towards the bottom of it, I don't mind contouring. I always like to run a little bit just over my finished eyeshadow. I have kind of like an oval square face, so my jaw right here is just slightly on the square side, so I just run a slight bit of bronzer along the edge of that, if you can even see what I'm doing. Just like that. So now I'm going to go in with the Benefit Rocketeer blush, and that is it there. This is just a really pretty, easy blush shade to wear. I think today I'll use my MAC 129 just because it's easier and I won't have to have my hand like right up close to my face. Usually I'm doing my makeup from really far away and not right up close. Then I have the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. This one is in Copper Diamond, and I got this out of the giveaway from Sarah. Before I put this on, I'm gonna take a clean Real Techniques, what is this, their blush brush or something? Blush brush or powder brush, I'm not quite sure. I'm just gonna go around the edges where I put the blush to make sure that it's entirely, you know, soft. There's no harsh edges or anything. So then I'm gonna take the Real Techniques setting brush like this, and I'm gonna use this for my highlighter. I'm just kind of going into the whole shimmer brick. I'm putting this underneath my eyebrows, putting it a little over the top of my eyebrows to highlight that area. A little on my chin. And under this eyebrow. And then I like to take my highlighter and put some at the inner corner of my eye and blend it up to my eyebrow. I just like that look lately. Okay, I'm going back to my mascara, and this is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. So just tossing this guy on my upper lashes and running it over the bottom lashes just a little bit. So the mascara is on. I'm just going to toss on some lipstick. This is the L'Oreal Ferris Nude lipstick. Okay, so this is the finished look. I was thinking, if you guys have any questions about this look, I'll leave them down in the description box, but I was thinking I have a couple things that I do to bring in some extra cash, and it's not anything to replace a job or to supplement an income like a regular paycheck that you receive, but you know, anywhere from $20 to $50 to over $100, there's different things that you can do to bring in some extra cash, and I've been doing some of these things in the past couple weeks to bring in some extra money for the VIB sale, because I do have some gift cards that I had at Christmas. I might be spending a little bit more than what the gift cards were, so I needed some extra cash and I didn't want to take it out of the bank. I just thought, well, I'll go and do these things and then that'll bring in a little bit of extra cash. I mean, it's not anything drastic, but I know not everywhere is the same. I don't know if you can do all of the things that you can do in Utah, in say Texas or something, or Arkansas. Anyway, let me know if you'd be interested in seeing it. I know it wouldn't be applicable to everybody, but anyway, that is it for me. I'm gonna see if I can fill my Birchbox now, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.